All right, guys, so today we're cooking up some prime beef ribs from HEB. I guess it's their Dino ribs, huh?
They call these dinos. I'd like to see a little more meat on them for a true dino, but they are primes, guys, so they should be really good. And also on top of that, we're going to talk about an epic fail on a pellet grill. Now, wasn't the pellet grill's fault. It was ours. We did something wrong, so stick around, and we're going to give you a secret about something never do with your pellet grill. So stick around to get that bit of information also. Hey folks, I'm Chef Johnny and this is John, and we are cooking up some fantastic beef ribs for you today on Texas style barbecue and cuisine. Appreciate you stopping by. Hey, remember to hit that subscribe button. If you want to help the channel, watch it from beginning to end. That's the best way that you can help us, guys. But we are cooking up some beef ribs, and we are going to season them up with a little Kosmos Dirty Bird, but we're going to start off with some Texas Trinity from Rick Galindo. Rick's got a great rub. He's got a great YouTube channel, Rick's Barbecue and Specialties. I'll put a link below for him. But guys, John's going to tell you kind of what he seasons up, what he seasons it up with, and the order he puts them in there.
All right, guys, so first we're going to put some of Rick's rub on there. That's the Texas Trinity. And mostly I think it's just kind of a salt, pepper, garlic, nothing too crazy.
And I've already pulled the membrane off the back. So that's off. That's going to let our seasonings get to the backside of these ribs and smoke get to the backside. So John's going to shake on some of this Galindo's Texas Trinity. So John, what are you going to put on after your Rick's Texas Trinity?
All right, the second one we're going to put on is a little bit of Kosmos Dirty Bird. It's one of our favorites, and really you can put it on beef, pork, or chicken. So it's good on just about everything.
It really is. We like it, and they do have a hot version, right?
Yeah, they do. I'm a big fan of them.
And now I'm going to kind of hold it up so he can season the edges and get the edges done good. So we'll do each edge, the backside and the edges real well. All right, now let's flip this thing over. And what are you going to do up on the top of them, John?
All right, we're going to do the same thing on the top as we did on the bottom. We're going to start with some of Rick's Texas Trinity. Make sure we cover it real good.
And guys, that's salt, pepper, garlic, some onion powder. It's a good rub that Galindo's Texas Barbecue puts out. Get that coated good, and then on top of that, we're adding our Dirty Bird again.
That's going to be number 2 here going on. A little bit of the Kosmos Dirty Bird.
And a nice thick coating, right? Don't want to go light. That's a good heavy piece of meat.
Definitely, and these two should go well together.
And so how do you cook your ribs?
Well, just like a brisket, really. I kind of prepare them and cook them just the same as I do a brisket.
Guys, that's a good way to think about it. So you can always season up your ribs and cook it pretty much like you would cook a brisket. And we've got that done. We're going to let this sweat out a little bit. And while that's resting, let us tell you a little bit about our problem we had with our pellet grill. Guys, I'll show you. Here it was before. All right, there's your before picture. And here it is after. You can tell it's not near as pretty as it used to be. And guys, this is not the pellet grill's fault. This is not Outlaw Smokers by any means. This Outlaw Smoker is built like a tank. We're gonna talk to you about what we did as kind of fail. It wasn't a fail of the pellet grill, it was a fail of the operators. And this is with any pellet grill you do. And if this pellet grill would not have been built like a tank, that it's built pretty well, isn't it, John?
Oh yeah, it sure is. It's not real thin like some of these other pits that you see.
Yeah, it's built like a barbecue pit, guys. It's 1/8 inch steel, so it's not that thin pressed metal. If it would have been one of those pits, we wouldn't have a pellet grill right now. But it's not. It was built tough, and like we said, it was not Outlaw Smoker's fault. It was ours. We were over here cooking, and we had 4 pork butts on there. They had cooked up beautifully. It looked really good. And we had a friend over here that I said, hey, turn the pit off. And he turned it off. And all these pits go into a cool down mode. Well, when the fan didn't stop, he thought that there was something wrong, so he unplugged it, right? So you still got some fire on your pellets in there. We all go inside. You have that grease from 4 pork butts in there, and it lit that pit up because it did not properly go into cool down mode. And we came out, and there is a full hog fire right in that pit, and we got it put out, but we were able to save the pit, and it messed it up pretty much just cosmetically.
Yeah, it seemed like it just warped one of the bottom grates, but the damage was really just cosmetic.
So yeah, that paint on the outside is what took the beating, guys. And one of the bottom grates got a little warp to it, not enough to keep you from using it, but it did get too hot. And totally an operator's fail. So when you get a pellet grill, read the instructions. You get hold of Outlaw Smokers. They make a beautiful, beautiful grill, guys. And they're not a bad grill. It was bad operating on that part. And my fault because I didn't tell someone, hey, it's going to keep going when you turn it off. He thought he was helping us, and it was just a user mistake. But anyways, I think this grill's about ready. These ribs are about sweated out. So let's see if we can get them on this pit. All right, let's get these in there. We got a good fire going. Our pit's sitting at 265, kind of center of that top rack. Good spot for it. Close it up.
All right, guys, so we'll see you in about 2 hours and see if it's about time to wrap these, depending on how they're looking.
And we always wrap, guys, to appearance, never for a set time. When they look right, we're going to wrap them. And today we are wrapping in butcher paper, correct?
Correct.
All right, guys, got this going. We're going to scoot them over a little bit, kind of get them in the center, fold it over. Wrap them a lot like I do a brisket, right? Right there. Right there. Okay. Coming over. Then pull everything tight. Coming over again. We got a nice package to put back on the grill. We're gonna go about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Color looks good. Bark is setting real nice, so we're gonna just tender these up some. Then we'll pull them off. May put them back on there just to set the bark a little bit, but we'll make that decision when we get there. But let's get them back on. Going back on the top rack, 265 for 45 minutes or an hour. See y'all then. All right, guys, it's been 45 minutes. We're gonna check, probe, we'll unwrap it, probe them, see where they're at, and see if we need to go any longer. So let's get it off of this Outlaw pellet grill. You can probe through here, right? Feels a little bit sticky. Don't want it to be sticky, so I'm gonna open it up and see what they look like here. And we can get to the meat right there. Not quite there yet. It's a little sticky. Need to go a little bit longer. I say maybe 30 minutes. So there you go, guys. About 30 minutes. Should be ready to go. It's still a little bit sticky. Not quite ready, but we can get it back on there. All right, folks, we're just shy of 4 hours. We're gonna pull these off, see how they look. Boy, you can see they've been rendering out more fat. That has really, really pulled back on them bones. Here we go.
All right, guys, we're gonna let these rest a little bit and then we'll slice.
I bet you that these are gonna be tender. Look at that. Bone right there is wanting to fall off right already. These are looking pretty good, guys. It's been a long day today. We are tired. We're ready to try some ribs, but they've been resting now about 15 minutes, so we're gonna give them a slice. If I was gonna do these for a meal, I'd probably let them rest 45 minutes or an hour even, but we're not doing that tonight. See if we can get down through this bone. Let y'all see how it looks here. Man, look at that. That can come off the bone. It's ready for a sandwich. These are pretty ribs. Let's take this back one off. That middle one, we might need to fight over. And I tell you what, don't tell me a pellet grill cannot put on a smoke ring. I want you to look at that smoke ring. It is beautiful. This meat is tender. It's nice. Dogs are gonna be happy, right? What do you think, Charlie?
Gonna want that.
Charlie's gonna want that bone here in a little bit. Let's take these apart, guys. These are moist. You know, that prime meat, it's got a lot of marbling in it. Here you go, bud. You want to try a piece? I think it's gonna be nice and tender. Second bite worthy, huh? Guys, that's some very, very good brisket. Or brisket, right? Brisket on a stick. That is good. I think that salt, pepper, garlic coming through from the Rick's Texas Trinity. Galindos Texas BBQ, guys. The link will be below. But that was great. Dirty Bird. Want another piece?
Yeah.
Guys, great, great ribs. Summertime in Texas, you know, we're cooking outside a lot. And now that the sun's down, it is just a whole lot cooler than it was. But that is a very, very nice beef rib. So there you have it, guys. My birthday supper right here. We have beef ribs for my 60th birthday today. So anyways, we're going to take these inside and enjoy them a lot. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me that thumbs up. I'm fixing to turn off the pellet grill, right? And do not unplug it, right?
Yeah, for a fact.
Don't unplug it. That is not a good thing. Let it go through that cool down cycle. And if you have somebody cooking with you, let them know that so they don't unplug it thinking it didn't go off once you turned it off. But hey, check out Outlaw Smokers. There'll be one down below. They're in Boise, Idaho. They make a fantastic pellet grill. John probably cooks on it more than I do. How do you like the Outlaw Smoker?
I love it. And it's thicker than it in any other grill.
Yeah, that's steel. It is. It's not that thin pressed sheet metal, guys. It's put together like a pit. Nelson up there with Outlaw Smokers just does a great job. And we're excited to have one. And I think you'll like one too if you get it. But we're going to take these inside, have dinner. Thanks for watching us. Always do appreciate it. Remember to watch the whole video. That's the best way to support the channel. Check out our affiliates. Remember, Scree Gear, Heads or Tails hats. And we're going to see y'all down the road on Texas style barbecue and cuisine. So long, everybody.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.